Hey there, friends. I was thinking today about fictional women people compare themselves to. For a long time, I probably would have said I was somewhere between Beth from Yellowstone and Carrie from King of Queens. Beth, because I had walls. I knew how to survive. I could cut someone down with words if I felt threatened. I wasn't looking for a fight, but I always prepared for one. Carrie, because I was sarcastic, impatient, and could be a little spicy. I loved deeply, but I wasn't exactly easy. If I cared about you, I'd go to war for you. If I didn't trust you, you'd know it. Back then, those traits felt necessary. They protected me. They helped me get through situations where I had to be stronger than I wanted to be. But somewhere along the way, I changed. Not overnight. I've spent years in therapy. I've made some incredibly difficult decisions. I've had to choose myself over and over again, even when it was terrifying. I've learned that courage isn't the absence of fear. Sometimes courage is simply doing the scary thing anyway. For most of my life, it was easy to be the nurturer. I was the mama bear with a bulldog bite. I would protect the people I loved without hesitation, often at the expense of protecting myself. I could advocate for everyone else. I could fight everyone else's battles. I could put my own needs on a shelf and convince myself I'd deal with them later. The problem is, later has a way of becoming years. Today I choose me first. Not because I'm selfish, because I'm self responsible. I've learned that if I don't take care of myself eventually, I won't have anything healthy left to give to the people I love. I've also learned something else. It is so very fucking exhausting being the person who has to make all the decisions. In past relationships, I was often the breadwinner, the caretaker, the planner, the emotional support system, and the one carrying the mental load. If something needed to get done, I'd figure it out. If there was a crisis, I'd handle it. If someone needed taken care of, I stepped in. For a long time, I wore that like a badge of honor. Now I recognize it for what it often was: survival. There's something I've joked about for years. I'd probably make a better boyfriend than most men. People laugh, but there's truth behind the joke. I was raised with a lot of traditionally masculine expectations. I worked in a male dominated industry and built a successful career in them. I learned to fix problems, make decisions, protect the people I love, and keep moving no matter how exhausted I was. Those skills have served me well. But somewhere along the way, I became so comfortable living in that part of myself that I forgot what it felt like to let someone else carry the weight once in a while. And I don't want to be both the man and the woman in my relationship. I'm not saying men and women have to fit into traditional gender roles. Every healthy relationship is different. What I am saying is that I don't want to carry every burden anymore. I don't want to make every decision. I don't want to always be the one leading, planning, fixing, providing, protecting, and holding everything together. I want to know what it feels like to trust someone enough to occasionally let go of the reins. Not because I'm incapable, because I'm finally safe enough to. A friend and I were talking about this today. We were both exhausted, and we laughed about how maybe women whose partners are willing to take the lead sometimes might actually have something figured out, as long as it's built on mutual respect. That part matters. Respect, not control, not dependency, not giving away your voice. Just having a partner who says, I've got this. You don't have to carry it today. I think that's what I've been missing all along. Not someone to save me, just someone willing to help me carry the load. I don't want that anymore. I'm not looking for someone to rescue me, and I'm certainly not looking for someone I have to rescue. I want a partner. Someone who notices what needs to be done without being asked. Someone who shares the emotional labor, the financial responsibility, the difficult conversations, and the everyday decisions that come with building a life together. Because love shouldn't feel like parenting another adult. I'd rather be alone than be in another relationship that's lopsided. Being single has taught me something I wish I learned years ago. Peace is far less lonely than feeling unsupported by someone who's supposed to be your partner. I still have boundaries. I still won't tolerate disrespect. I still have enough bite to stand up for myself. The difference is that I don't enjoy using it anymore. I rather spend my energy planting wildflowers than winning arguments. I'd rather laugh until my stomach hurts than prove I'm the toughest person in the room. I'd rather build a peaceful home than survive another emotional battlefield. Which got me thinking, maybe that's why my idea of a partner has changed too. For a while, I thought I wanted my rip, someone's fierce loyalty, someone who would burn the world down for me if he had to. And don't get me wrong, loyalty still matters. But lately, I've also realized I want a Doug. Someone who makes me laugh. Someone who turns ordinary Tuesday nights into my favorite memories. Someone who steals a french fry off my plate just to annoy me. Someone whose presence makes my nervous system relax instead of prepping me for the next crisis. Because here's what I've learned about relationships. Sex matters. Physical intimacy matters. It should absolutely be a priority within a healthy relationship. But it shouldn't be the foundation. The foundation should be emotional intimacy, safety, trust, friendship, mutual effort, choosing each other every single day, becoming each other's favorite person. If life goes the way we hope it does, there will be a day when our bodies change. We may get sick, we may grow old, there may be seasons where sex isn't possible or isn't the priority. What carries a relationship through those seasons isn't passion alone. It's knowing you're still looking across the room at your best friend, someone who still reaches for your hand, someone who makes you laugh, someone who makes home feel like a person instead of a place. Maybe the greatest sign of healing isn't becoming softer. Maybe it's realizing you no longer need relationships that require you to be hard all the time. I still have a little Beth in me, a little Carrie too, but they don't drive anymore. Now they're just riding in the back seat reminding me where I've been while I keep my eyes on where I'm going. I'm not looking for someone to complete me. I'm looking for someone who has already done enough work on themselves that we can walk beside each other instead of one of us carrying the other. After everything I've survived, everything I've learned, and everything I've worked so hard to become, I think I finally realized that peace isn't boring. Peace is the prize.